Good afternoon, my dear students. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the past perfect. Yes, past perfect, and what does it mean? What kind of past perfect activities do you know? So, let's start our lesson. Past perfect образуйте при помощи вспомогательного глагола had и причастия второго смыслового глагола, да? Subject plus had plus verb ed or verb 3 form is. For example, she had fallen asleep before the beginning of her favorite TV serial. She had fallen asleep, яғни өзінің сүйікті теледидардағы сериал басталар алдын ол ұйықтап қалды. She had fallen asleep before the beginning of her favorite TV serial. Яғни болымсыз формасы. She subject plus had not plus verb ed or verb 3 form. He hadn't finished digging by 6 p.m. yesterday. He had not finished. Яғни бітпеді, я. Ол өзіні кешке қазуды, ол кеше сағат кешке қарай бітпеді, аяқтамады. He had not finished. He had not деп айтсақ болады, болмаса he hadn't finished digging by 6 p.m. yesterday. Ал сұраулы сөйлемде қайт жасаймыз. Had көмекші етістігі subject'ın алдында қолданып келеді, және етістік одан кейін етістікке ed жалғануы үшінші формасында. Had he made the report before you called him? Had he made the report before you called him? Яғни сен орындадың ба, я, жасадың ба, оны шақыратын алдың, я, оны шақыратын алдың, сен оған арнайы баяндама жасадың ба. Had көмекші етістігі бұл жерде көмекші етістік ретінде алдында келіп тұр. Сұраулы сөйлем болған екен. Ал егер жауап ретінде yes he had болмаса no he had not, no he hadn't деп қысқартылған формада жазуымызда болады. Употребляется past perfect употребляется для выражения действия, которое произошло раньше другого действия в прошлом, выраженного в форме past simple. When I phoned Tom, he had gone out. Действие, которое закончилось в определенный момент в прошлом. She had finished the experiment by Saturday. Яғни мен Томға хабарласқан кезде ол өзі шығып кеткен еді. Өткен шақта аяқталған сыры. She had finished the experiment by Saturday. Яғни ол сенбі күнге қарағанда сол сенбі күндеріне қарай ол экспериментін аяқтады. Past perfect употребляется для выражения действия, предшествующего другому действию в прошлом в сложно сочиненном положении с союзом hardly, when, scarcely when, no sooner than, едва как, не успел как, я. Hardly had he entered the room when he heard some noise. Hardly had he entered the room when he heard some noise. Аны бұл жерде hardly мен when жаңағы негізгі қосымша анықтау үшін қолданылатын сөздегі ең маңызды мезгілге байланысты қолданылады. Слова спутники, by 6 o'clock yesterday, яғни осы by жаңағы осы негізгі уақытты білдіретін кезде by 9 a.m. yesterday, яғни by'ды қолданамыз. Before, by, after. By the end of the year, к концу года, etc. By the end of the year, after, by that time, к тому времени, before he came, до того, как он пришел. By 9 a.m. yesterday, вчера к 9 утра. By 6 o'clock yesterday, вчера к 6 часам. By 6 o'clock yesterday, by 9 o'clock a.m. yesterday, before he came. By that time, after. яғни осы жаңағы сөздерді қойымшы ретінде қолданамыз. Put the sentence into negative and interrogative forms. She had not finished cooking by 6 o'clock in the evening. The students hadn't passed their last exam by the 1st of July. She hadn't known him long before he left for India. Had she finished cooking by 6 o'clock in the evening? In interrogative forms, yeah. Had, яғни көмекшетістік алдына, бастауыштың алдына шығады. Had she finished cooking by 6 o'clock in the evening? Had the students passed their last exam by the 1st of July? Had she known him long before he left for India? Open the brackets, paying attention to the use of the past perfect tense. He already went by the time I came to the party. Mother cooked dinner. Mother had cooked dinner. Dinner before he came. When I have reached the front door, I realized that I lost my key. I have lost my key, yeah? I have lost my key. Oh. Дальше. The scientists had carried out many experiments before they achieved satisfactory results, yeah? Achieved. Didn't see. He told me that he didn't see much of her since she had moved to another town. When I came, he had already come and seen near the fireplace looking the room. Open the brackets and use the required past tense. It was the poorest room It was the poorest room which I had seen ever. Yeah. No sooner she had came at the station than a fast London train arrived. I had finished my walk by afternoon and was seated quietly in my armchair. Thinking of the days that passed away. I already went into the fallen sleep, and I already had gone into the bed and fallen asleep when mother knocked at the door. Had she come arrived here? I finished it, said quietly, repassing, had already gone into the bed, fallen asleep, knocked at the door. It was the poorest room he had ever seen. The sooner had she come at the station than a fast London train arrived. I had finished my work by afternoon and sat quietly in my armchair, thinking of the days that were passing by. I had already gone into the bed and fallen asleep when my mother knocked at the door. Open the brackets and use the required past tense. By the time the guests had come, she was ready. I wasn't listening, so I missed what she had said. By 9 o'clock he had finished work. When he went outside, the rain had stopped, but it's rather cool. Hardly we left when our bicycle broke down. So, past perfect tense, how to form? Had past participle, verb 3 or ed. He had seen the film before. Had he seen the film before in interrogative form? The negative form, he had not. He hadn't seen the film before. He hadn't seen film before. So, for an action which finished before stated time in the past, for example, I had cooked dinner by 6 o'clock. For an action which finished before another past action, past simple. For example, I had learned Italian before I visited Italy. For an action which finished in the past and the result was visible in the past. For example, I was upset. I had forgotten my bag in the car. Time is precious. Before, after, already, for, since, just, till, until, when, by the time, never before, and etc. So, exercise 1 and matching the helps of the sentence. His parents were angry because he had forgotten his passport. So, the roses died because I hadn't watered them for several weeks. When we arrived at the cinema, the film had already started. Bob was late for the train because he hadn't paid the bill. No, we have talked about because he had passed a note. And he had phoned them for several because he had forgotten his passport. The electricity was switched off because we hadn't paid the bill. The student was happy because he had passed all his exams. Yeah? For example, the man were angry because he had phoned them for several months. So one mistake, and then all of the other things were so great. So the electricity was switched off because we hadn't paid the bill. I hadn't watered them for several weeks. The rose died because. So change the verb into the past perfect. I had finished my work by 7 o'clock. Yeah. He thought that he had lost the money, and told me that she had seen an interesting film. See, sim veya üçüncü formasını almış olsun. When I came home, mother already cooked dinner. When father returned from work, we hadn't done our lessons yet. When the teacher entered the classroom, the pupils already have done their tests. Kate showed me the book which she had bought the day before. The teacher understood that Lena hadn't done her homework. So had finished, had lost, had seen, yeah, had already cooked, hadn't done homework. So let's work. Exercise. And next exercise, change the verb into the past perfect or past simple. So it will be homework. So at home, you must do all the examples and write down, please, on a notebook. So, for example, Nick showed the teacher the picture when he had drawn. So, at home, you must do write down all the tasks, exercise 1, 2, all of them. Write down, please, yeah? Matching the house of the sentence at home also, you must do. Write down also. If you have any questions, you can put for me. You can address me. So, goodbye, my dear student.